the month, you know what this means. It's holiday. And keep in mind, it is April 1st, but this is not a joke. This is, of course, my haul for April 2019. I'm trying out a new brand, 4711. Yes, I haven't smelt their EDC, their top seller. So I can't wait to delve into this. I went full Azzaro, which I never do, but they did have some very interesting flankers for their, of course, their classic Azzaro Puram. So I can't wait to delve into these. I got an Hermes, a rhubarb-based Hermes for spring and summer. Hopefully, it's my first sniff of a Nagel, Christine Nagel, Hermes release. And of course, I went minty here from a brand that I want to buy more from. So keep it tuned in. Fragrance family, welcome to my April 2019 FragranceX monthly unboxing and first impressions on paper only. First and foremost, before I get into the haul, I do want to move these around here. But I wanted to thank my partner in crime, FragranceX.com, for this haul. Such a great partnership. Please utilize Robes08 on their website. It is a coupon code and you can get 15% off on any purchase, including the ones you see here, if they are in stock. Last time I checked, I think every single one of these are in stock. These Azzaros right here, the flankers, are ones to keep an eye on because they are selling like hotcakes on FragranceX. Not that no other discounter has them, but do keep that in mind when purchasing. They're fairly cheap. They're around 50, 60 Canadian. I think I purchased them before. So for my American friends, that's even cheaper. So let's take a look at what I purchased. Let's unbox them. Let's sniff them on paper. I haven't smelt any of these except for this one. I smelt this one like several years ago, like when I first started YouTube, when I first got into Frédéric Malle, and I loved mint-based fragrances. Geranium pour Monsieur was one that I sniffed. I did sample it way back when. That's a long time from now. I remember it being good, but not great. That's why I don't have it in my collection. So we'll see if I've changed my tune in regards to it. Again, that was years ago, so I'm different in my journey right now. So Frédéric Malle is a brand that I'm really emphasizing on. Like, I really want to get a lot more. I only own like 4 bottles of the brand, so it's time to stock up on some Malles. But let's go through them like this. If there is a story or a background on every fragrance, I'll start it off, but let's start with this one right here. This is from, sorry, 4711, which is, of course, known for their EDC fragrance, which is, of course, known around the world. Apparently, they were established in 1792 in Cologne, Germany. This is a German brand, of course. They have these Aqua Colonias that are very, very interesting. We just got them in FragranceX. They only got a couple of them. Some of the more interesting ones, like vanilla and chestnut, saffron and iris, plum and honey, hazel and tonka, among others. Really interesting notes. They kind of look like Joe Malone. It looks like that's what they're trying to do, EDC format, 2 notes emphasizing Joe Malone type-ish. So I have no previous history with this brand. I don't know nothing about this. This is their Myrrh and Kumquat. Kumquat, very interesting citrus to utilize. Myrrh, we all know about myrrh, but very polarizing notes to put a citrus with a darker fragrance or a darker resinous tone like myrrh. Very interesting. So we'll see how it goes. This may be one and done, or I might be really, really happy with this purchase and go with the other one. So let's unbox it. And I'm just going to throw that in on the side here, and I think I have to install the atomizer on this. This is like a splash bottle. It's like the CK1 Summers, right? So let's okay, let's take a look here. Okay, yeah, really nice bottle presentation from what I see here. Really nicely done. It looks like I have to break a seal too. So it looks like there's a seal. Time to break the seal on this one. Let's give this one a try. So we got to open it up, and this is like the CK1 summer editions. The atomizer, very cheap and flimsy. I don't know if I got it on tight. Okay. Okay, so Myrrh and Kumquat. Let's give it a try. Yeah, very interesting. Very citrusy. It's got some sweetness. It's got some sour aspects to the fragrance. Yeah, smells like kumquat. Kumquat is a very interesting note to utilize. I really like it. It smells sweet yet fresh at the same time. It's got a little bit of that sourness, and it almost reminds me, I don't know if it's like a flavored tea that I've smelt before with kumquat, but I don't smell much of the resins here. Very fresh and uplifting, and I think that's what these are made for. Again, the myrrh I think would be more in the background of the fragrance. Very interesting and unique citrus to utilize up top. I can't complain. For an EDC, I can't wait to try this particular fragrance and see what I get, but this could be an interesting citrus-based fragrance that is not just lemons or limes or oranges. So very interesting. And again, as far as this line goes, very interesting notes in a lot of their, the saffron and iris, the plum and honey, vanilla and chestnut, among others. A very interesting line to keep an eye on. Very nicely done from 4711. Next in line, let's start with these Azaros. This is, of course, from their Puram line. They released 3 of these, of course, Hot Pepper, Knotty Leather, and this one right here, Amber Fever. So in regards to my preference, I think the leather one would be my preferred one, just for notes. And then amber, and then this one. This one I was actually going to get the Azaro Puram Intense because I heard really, really good things. But I had the other 2 in my cart, and I'm like, why not just get the third? The Intense can wait for now. So Azaro Puram Hot Pepper. These bottles are going to look good side by side, by the way. But these are fairly cheap at discounters right now. I think in North America they weren't really released. I could be wrong. And but now are available at multiple discounters for like 50 bucks Canadian, give or take. So good price depending on what you get for quality. As you can see, a beautiful deep purple bottle. Again, these bottles are going to look good. So this one is based on the chili pepper, and we've had some of those, like taste of fragrance there by Mugler. So let's see what we get. Weird that they went with the purple bottle. You'd think they'd go with like a hot red bottle, but I'm not here to judge for your marketing, but I am. But I am here to judge. So hot pepper, let's sniff this one up. Yeah, it's got a kick. It's got some spice. It's got a smooth balance with the pepper. It feels like it's got like a musky tone in the backbone. Very warming, comforting. It's got a fruity tone a little bit, but it has a little bit of a kick too at the same time. So peppery, fruity, little bit of a floral feel, lavender perhaps. I might have to go to FragranceX and take a look at the note breakdowns, but I'm pretty sure it was just chili pepper and something else like pink pepper, I think. So peppery, soft, sweet. The pepper is not in your face. It's very blended. It's very mute. It's very much like, again, this is the kind of fragrances that I want to put on my skin to see those nuances pop. But right now, very soft, sweet. It's got some fruity nuances, and it's got the spicy kick, which is in the forefront, but doesn't. There's some fragrances that you're like, oh, pepper overload, or chili pepper, or pink pepper, or black pepper overload. This is really balanced. very soft, actually, for a peppery type fragrance. So if you're looking like more of a fall and spring night or a rainy spring day type of fragrance, I don't think it feels very smooth on the piece of paper, that it feels like it won't have enough kick for these Canadian winters. So if you're looking for something with a lot of kick, I don't think this is where you're gonna go. It's very well balanced from what I'm smelling on the piece of paper. Next is Knotty Leather. Not too sure about the name, but we'll see. Again, the color could have been much better. I don't know if they were going for these really out there colors, but they look good. The colors look good, but as the theme goes, like a Knotty Leather, I would go with a gray up to black, or maybe a brownish leather, something like that. But either way, I'm not here to describe what they do with the bottles. It's more about the fragrance inside. So this is the one that I'm more hyped about because I love leather-based fragrances. And if this one has a little bit of a backbone with good leather, we may have a winner here. So let's take a look at Knotty Leather. I don't know about that. Very, it's not dark at all. It has a transparency to it. It has an herbal feel to the fragrance. It has sweetness, lots of sweetness. There's vanilla in here. I know in the note breakdown it has vanilla. It's straight up forward, like almost a salty vanilla, ozonic vanilla with a little bit of herbal pinch to the fragrance. Leather, suede a little bit. Wow, a little disappointing here. This is very vanilla centric. Sweet, herbal, green, fruity tinge to the fragrance. Very sweet. It reminds me of a very mainstream fragrance. It really isn't. This line is actually kind of disappointing me here, unfortunately. Again, it's not on skin, and I was kind of hyped, but really, this feels very basic. You know, when I'm looking at Knotty Leather, I want some leather with some bite. I have no leather here. This is very green, fruity, vanilla sweetness. A little bit of a suede. It almost feels like, you know how they say, like, let's use an example, a very simple example. Leather in 1 million. You know, the leather in 1 million. That's what this reminds me of. Very basic. Unfortunately for me, it may be good for somebody else, but for me, I'm looking for something a little more. Again, it may be something else on the skin, but fortunately, Knotty Leather, not so much. Last but not least from these Azzaro flankers is Amber Fever, which is the only one out of the three that really is getting any, let's say, hype or any real attention. And there might be a good reason for that. It might be the best from the three. It's unfortunate. That's a, you know, it's a nice color. That's amber. It's a good color for an amber-based fragrance. What am I expecting here? I'm hoping, but I'm really just hoping here. Again, Azzaro's a brand that is really hit or miss. You're not gonna, you know, maybe I was aiming too high. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. It's much darker than the other ones. It has more personality than the other ones, just off a piece of paper. Again, it's just off a piece of paper, but this one, it's got some balsamic qualities. It has that vanillic quality that you get from amber. It has, I know that they have cacao as one of the notes, and you can smell that. It has like a chocolatey vibe to the fragrance. Ambery. It has a little bit of an aromatic feel to the fragrance too. Very nicely done. I like this one. That is maybe that's why that one is the showstopper, is because it is the showstopper. Very good. Very, very good fragrance. That one I can't wait to get on my skin and try it out. From what I recall, I do own the original Azzaro Put 'Em, and right now, off a piece of paper, I don't see any nuances from the original out of these three. This is really more, I don't want to say mainstream, but more mainstream. It really feels like it's not pulling much from the original, if at all. It really isn't pulling anything right now off a piece of paper. So next is from Hermès. Now, this one is, this one's called Eau de Rhubarb Écarlate. It's an EDC. It is part of, you know, the that line, the EDC line that they have. They have the Pamplemousse one, and they have the Orange Vert one, Green Orange, and then the Grapefruit one. It's really a line that I really like. The only knock on this line is that they don't last because they're EDCs, and they don't last, which I'm fine with. If I can get like a really nice authentic rhubarb up top and not much in the backbone, which is probably what I'm gonna get, I'm fine with that. So Eau de Rhubarb Écarlate. Oh, okay. This bottle looks, what the hell did I buy? Did I buy like a 30 ml here? That looks like such a small bottle. Is this 50? It's a 50. Wow, that 50 looks small. All these other bottles, are these all 100s? Yeah, that's why I'm maybe making it. It looks tiny in my hands. I don't know. It's like super tiny. Okay, so this is a big thing for me because I haven't smelt any Christine Nagel's Hermès fragrances. This is my first real test of her fragrances. I've purchased 3 this month, and you're gonna see them accordingly on the channel. I've bought Hermès Essence, and I bought the new Terre d'Hermès, which is both Nagel. So this is my first test of her stuff with Hermès, and if you know me, you know I'm a huge fanboy of Elena's stuff, so I'm gonna be pretty hard on her, to be quite honest, because I got high hopes. Oh, that rhubarb. The best rhubarb already. The best rhubarb smell off the top. Oh man, tart as hell. Oh wow, that's authentic as hell. Tart, crisp, sour rhubarb. Wow, acidic, green, red. It's bringing me to everything rhubarb. This is outstanding. That opening is outstanding. What a great rhubarb note. So exactly what I come to expect from this line is what Elena was doing with this line, and what Hermès was doing with this line previous of Elena's. They were just pinpointing one note, one citrus note up top, and there's not much backbone. So if that first primary opening, like I'm getting here, is good, that means it's going to be good. I'm not expecting much after this, which is fine. If it gives me, that's beautiful. If it gives me more, it may not last on my skin. That's one thing. Some of these do last. It lingers. Some of them linger. But if it loses that tart rhubarb, which is absolutely stunning. Holy crap. So Christine Nagel, very good introduction to me. You're continuing on to what I come to expect from House Hermès, at least for this release. I'm not disappointed. I can't wait to see what else it's going to give me, but tart, very tart, sour, acidic, green, red. Now, what is it going to give me in the backbone? I think in the note breakdown, I just listed white musk, which is exactly what I'm thinking, but wow, I should have got a bigger bottle of this. I'm going to go through this quite a bit. So this may be backup bottle worthy for me. Very, very good. So here's a pièce de résistance, Geranium pour Monsieur by Frédéric Malle. Dominique Rapillon is the nose behind this. This is the big boy in the fragrance haul. This is actually more expensive than all these combined, rightfully so. Frédéric Malle, I've kind of went on a hiatus with Frédéric Malle. I own Myrrh and Bigarade Concentré, L'Eau d'Hiver. Two of those are Jacques-Claude Helena fragrances, and I bought them just because they were Helena. The other one, Myrrh and just had a huge hype on YouTube, and I absolutely love it. Of course, Roussel. I love Roussel's work. Rapillon, of course, is a all-star perfumier also. Again, this is not a blind buy. I've smelt this fragrance years ago, so it's been a while. So this is going to be a reminder. All I know is I did test this when I was buying my malls, and I didn't buy this. So there's a reason why. I think I liked it, but I didn't love it. And this is probably in the new mall bottles, which I haven't seen the new cap. Yeah, this is the new cap. I have the old school caps with the Frédéric Malle etched inside of it. So interesting. Just looking at the new presentation. I got the 100 ml because this is probably a scent that I'm going to wear a lot of. Might as well get the big boy bottle while you're at it. So let's try this Geranium pour Monsieur. Now this is a minty based fragrance. Of course, geranium is in the name. So geranium, very unique note. It can give you many facets, including minty facets. It also will give you some spicy facets to the note also. It works very well with rose, smells like rose, smells floral. There's a lot of things going on with, of course, a geranium. So let's try this fragrance. And this is, when people talk about mint-based fragrances, they always come to this as the staple. You must have this. And I'm a minty guy, and oh, yeah, that mint is beautiful. That mint is more herbal here. It really does go against, Menthe Fraîche is another niche minty fragrance. Menthe Fraîche is more transparent. This has, and people will, again, with a lot of mints, they're going to start thinking toothpaste. This has like that toothpastey like smell, but it's so herbal. I love it. It has that menthol like feel to the opening. It does have some spices, so it has some thickness to it. It has cloves in here, cinnamon. It has a lot of vanilla and benzoin, sorry. It has a lot of resins in the backbone of this fragrance. But off the top, very uplifting, very green, very herbal. I think this is going to be a staple for me this spring. It's probably going to make my top 20 spring list for niche fragrances, because I want to wear this. And I want to wear a lot of it. That and Menthe Fraîche. So it may steal actually a lot of Menthe Fraîche's wearings. Even though I love the transparency of Menthe Fraîche, I can wear that one in the summer. This one, I don't know yet. But it's nice to have it in my collection. I'm very happy with the purchase. I always love high-end mint-based fragrances if I can find them. I love them. So this and Menthe Fraîche will be my one-two go-to for spring and summer. So very pleased, as an overall, very pleased with this haul. A lot, of course, blind buys here, and blind buying, as you can see, it's a roll of the dice. I'm very happy with this one. I kind of knew what I was going to get into that one. This one, I'm ultimately surprised and very pleased also, because Nigel taking over Helena, it could be dicey for me. I've heard some bad things, but for this one, it's exactly what I come to expect from this lineup. And I can't knock her on what she did here. That rhubarb is absolutely beautiful. This one is good, not great, but good. So I can't wait to just delve more into that. And these ones are kind of disappointing. These two, I'll be honest, these two are really disappointing for what I thought I was going to get. And this one's pretty good. So I don't know, as far as that goes, I could go without these, to be quite honest. I'll be honest, this haul is more about these three right here than these three. So there you have it, my April 2019 haul from FragranceX.com. Coupon code Robes08. If you've enjoyed this content, please hit the like button. I certainly appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that bell too while you're at it. And are you part of my notification gang yet? If you haven't already checked me out, I am on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can just type in Robes08 and you'll find this mug. I also have a Facebook fragrance group that's called Fragrance Guru Nation. It's the largest Facebook group on fragrances. So we have 15,000, we're getting close to 400. So 15,400 members. that discuss fragrances, buy, sell, all that kind of good stuff. So join us today. Hey, and if you haven't commented yet, please comment. Let me know, good or bad, about all these fragrances. If you smelt some of these or you're thinking of purchasing these. I know these, probably the community is looking at these a little bit now that they're going into North America and kind of seeing what the quality is. From this nose, off the top, again, I'll do a first impression, but off the top, I don't know about that. But this one definitely, if you're looking for a rhubarb based scent, already, not off the skin, but already, I'm excited about that one. So please comment below, let us know what you guys think about that fragrance. And as always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube.